And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. 74 as we all join together on this Thursday morning and head into one of the hottest days that I can remember in recent times. Now, we're saying 100 on the thermometer today, but as you look at that heat index, 110 is what is expected. So that tells us we don't need to spend long periods of time outside if you're not used to it. And even if you're used to being outside working this every day, you got to take breaks. Plenty of water. It's best to work early or work late. Avoid that sun if you can. It's just going to be bad. It's yesterday I walked out several times, and it was almost how it takes your breath when you open that door. Y'all were there. You've been there. There are a few of us out there that have to get up and face it no matter what. You have an outside job. It's rough some days, so we think of you. Y'all be careful no matter what you do. Just drink plenty of liquid. We don't want you to pass out from heat exhaustion. Bad stuff there. It is already, today is Thursday, believe it or not. Wow. It has flown. Now, I'm trying to remember, as we get this day going, we got Scott McQuaig coming in a few moments. He's going to be handling everything, but coming up at 7 o'clock. I hope you'll join us for that. It'll be a large time. I hope you'll be here for that. And we'll tell you all about all the fireworks shows and things that are going on in the neighborhood. I may have to adjust this if I start this and this is the wrong show. We'll get it fixed real quick as we go off to Collinsville this morning. Let's check in with the good folks there at Collinsville Baptist.
Apostle Paul said in Romans 1 that he was eager to proclaim the gospel to people, and he really didn't care who. He would preach to anyone. Recently, I went to Oklahoma with a group from our church to work on a construction project. I arrived a couple of days later than the rest of the group, and when I arrived, I was asked to do something that I'd never done before. I tried to work hard at it, but I didn't have much success. I soon realized that my biggest problem was that I wasn't working with the right tool. I was somewhat embarrassed that I didn't realize it sooner. When I started working with the right tool, I got a lot more work done. The Apostle Paul wrote in Romans chapter 1 and verse 16, "I'm not ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes, first for the Jew, then for the Gentiles." The gospel is the right tool we need when telling others about Jesus Christ because it is the good news about Jesus. And as we share the gospel, we can share it unashamedly and confidently because God has empowered the message of the gospel to lead lost people to be saved. We shouldn't be gospel because it comes with power supplied by God, not by our ability to share it with great eloquence. We have the right tool to do what God has called each of us to do. Let's get busy. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. for the wrong thing. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we are. Odie.
That happens every time, don't it?
Boy, oh boy. We're back now. David said, good thing you can read lips. And I can't read lips. But what I was talking about in L.A., San Francisco rather, in California when we first started out was if you make $100,000 or less, you're considered poverty. Really, $100,000 or less, that is poverty. And my comment was in Mississippi that'd have to equivalent to somewhere around $15,000 to $20,000. $100,000. Lord have mercy. And the next subject that we were talking about there that is coming up here is AI, artificial intelligence. As I repeat myself on this, it's a program that has come out to help America. It's great technology to where, as in drive-ups, fast food, if they don't have someone, it can take an order and fill it out. There's many, many other things that this is going to be used for. But criminals have already hacked into this and started using it. And what they're doing, as we all know, has happened in America to this point is criminals sometimes get tangled up with teenagers and ask for, pictures of them. And then they blackmail them. They're provocative pictures, so to speak. But the AI system, they're using it to make fake photos of them and then blackmail them still. There's always somebody that is bad that was wanting to use technology that is good in a wrong way. Let's hope that they can catch these folks. It just isn't right. I don't agree with that at all, and I'm sure you don't either. Kevin Costner's wife is finally going to move out, so long as he'll pay a little extra money out of the big house. Yeah, until the divorce is over. Feuding amongst them. I really hate that happened there. Have y'all heard about Madonna? She's fell out. Most are saying that are close to her. She was rushed to the hospital. Her routine that she does on stage, she's 64 now?
Yeah, she's up there a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much for someone to be doing the active dancing that she does on this, and she's collapsed. Her family is saying that she's putting the career above her health. We're only here for a short time. Don't overdo yourself for something that really doesn't matter. That's my thoughts on that. Let's see here. Louisiana man attempted to sail around the world in a rowboat. Didn't work out so well. It flipped upside down. He had to call for help. He didn't get very far. He had a great plan. Have you ever wanted to be in the Guinness World Book of Records? I mean, really, has that been a dream of yours, Odie?
You know, Meridian has the...
We got something in Meridian?
We got members who did the...
That did what?
The longest...
the riding the carousel.
Yeah, but I never wanted to do a rowboat across the world.
Rowboat across the world. I'd forgotten about that. We'd have to talk to Zane, but you're right. I think that did happen there. Zane Royal could tell us all about the Guinness World Book of Records of riding that. People were falling asleep on it and holding on. Boy, howdy. We'll be right back. We got your weather as we begin this day. It is a early Thursday. Y'all put a smile on. We'll be right back.
Same old sound, and no one's answering. Vote for change. Vote Ben Shirley, District 81 Representative, on August 8th. Ben will answer the phone. Ben will get answers in Jackson for District 81. Ben will create jobs and promote economic development for East Mississippi.
I'm Ben Shirley, and I'm asking for your vote in the August 8th Republican primary.
Vote Ben, District 81, August 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. A lot of comments about the artificial intelligence of just really how good it is. But it does lead into, well, those situations to where it's abused. We'll watch that and let you know about that. You can contact me at Scotty Ray 1969 at AOL if you ever need to get in touch with me on that. Scott McQuaig getting ready to perform for us. He's in the background getting ready for this. It's going to be a great show. Glad he's coming up with us this morning. Refueling airplanes. And somebody says, what about $14,000 a year? I agree with you. That's tough to make it off of. As we all know that minimum wage just goes nowhere these days. Pull up to a gas pump, try to buy a steak, see what happens.
At a gas pump?
Well, you can get they have steak sandwiches brought out to your gas pump, Odie. Always the crowd in the studio that wants to get a little out of hand. You know what I meant by that. I mean, what is, seriously, y'all, what is a carton of eggs going for now? A dozen eggs, isn't it? $4? $4? That was what, 99 cents just not long ago? Yeah. And the bad part about all this that we see is it's a rarity that anything ever comes back down after it goes up. That's what's so bad about this. And the working man, oh, Lord, that man, I think Merle Haggard sang about that, didn't he? Lord, have mercy on the working man. We'll talk about all of that this morning. That's on the way. Let's talk about weather at this point and get into what's going to happen today because, folks, I got to tell you, it's going to be a hot, hot, hot day.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we look back at those record highs, it was 88. It was 104 degrees back in 1988. Wow. Our coolest day was 74. I was just a youngster. It was 58 degrees when you woke up that morning. A nice, cool day it was. As we look across the land today, what does that say? 100. Philadelphia, y'all see 99 as we move right on up there through the area there, going to Winston County and get to Lake Teocata. It's going to be 100. Even in Mississippi State, we'll see that. Down south in Hattiesburg, 100. Natchez might be a tad cooler at 98. Even 100 at the river at Vicksburg. As we look over to Bama land, we'll see that we got rain coming in. Severe weather in the northern portion of Alabama today. Nothing for Mississippi, so we're okay on that side. The heat stress level is going to be outrageous as we look at this. This is today through the weekend. Look at this, how bad this is going to be. 110 at least is what we'll see in some areas, up to 115. Now, we're already forecasted at 110 for the heat index today. That really makes you want to run outside. Here we look at Birmingham. 105 is what's forecasted for there. Tuscaloosa, 106. Demopolis, 106. Wherever you are, I can guarantee you it's hot. We need to stop this. How about we take the show to Alaska for a couple weeks?
I can deal with that. During the summer or the winter?
Summer. I don't want to be nowhere near Alaska during the winter. Man alive. As we glance across this is what's going on. They're saying that it's really hot and normal in Mississippi. It's gotten so hot. As we see above average temperatures headed our way from East Texas toward Mississippi, a little bit more of that. As we glance at the forecast today, 99 to 100. Tomorrow we'll see 98. Over the weekend, 97, 95, and even on the 4th of July, we'll see 93 degrees. Oh, boy. Morning, Karina. Glad to see you joining us there from Louisville. As we see temps all the way through the 13th, somewhere between 90 to 94 is what we'll see all the way through the 13th of July. As we glance across this is a little old. We do have one system that is out in the Atlantic that is chugging along at 20%. As we glance at Thursday fishing for today, it looks like the great time is going to be at 9 o'clock this morning. You can go from there to about 11:30. It'll be great fishing time. And then later on this afternoon, somewhere around 7, as it starts the sun cooling down, the fish will start biting, and it'll go to about 9 o'clock. So you've got an opportunity of early morning and late in the evening. So do some fishing there. That's what we've got on the horizon with the forecast. We've got Scott McQuaig in the background getting ready. He's tuning his guitar.
Am I supposed to perform today?
Yeah. We're gonna let you perform over there. There's Scott. We'll see him in a few moments on the morning show. This all gets underway at 7. We've got Odie in green to the right. He's trying to blend in on the wall. It's going to be a fantastic show. Y'all join us, won't you? 7 o'clock, we'll start all this over again and have a great show for you. Right here at Facebook, YouTube, and also we'll join you on Fox 30 Meridian.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: